Workplaces free of harassment and violence must be guaranteed, and we as workers have collective bargaining to make this a reality, and now also the tools to achieve it, such as the ILO Convention 190. Do you know the convention?
The ILO Convention 190 is a tool to prevent, protect and remedy situations of harassment and violence in the workplace. It includes public and private spaces where they are a place of work, through work-related communications, during work-related trips, and when commuting to and from work.
To guarantee decent work, we must eradicate the pandemic of violence and harassment.
According to the ILO, violence and harassment is incompatible with the promotion of sustainable enterprises and impacts negatively on the organisation of work, workplace relations, worker engagement, enterprise reputation and productivity.
Violence and harassment are a violation of human rights.
Why should states ratify this convention? It is the only way in which they will commit to adapt their national regulations to promote a general environment of zero tolerance to violence and harassment in order to facilitate the prevention of such behaviours and practices.
And it protects all workers, yes, all workers, men and women.
Employees, as well as persons working irrespective of their contractual status, persons in training, including interns and apprentices, workers whose employment has been terminated, volunteers, job seekers, and job applicants.
Men and women experience harassment and violence differently. Therefore, the Convention also defines gender-based violence and harassment as violence and harassment directed at persons because of their sex or gender, and which disproportionately affects women and girls.
Violence and harassment take many forms and in some cases are culturally naturalised.
It can be directed at a specific worker or at a group of workers.
If you have been the victim of persecution for your union activity, if you have not been promoted at work, or if management has discriminated against you because you are a union member, this is also harassment.
By uniting our trade union organisations, we can be an active voice for change so that all workers have their human rights guaranteed. Why is collective bargaining so important to address these issues?
While states undertake to ratify the convention and adapt their local laws, we as unions can do things to ensure that the convention is already a reality through collective bargaining. In our collective agreements, we can also include the recommendations and items on the convention in order to begin to transform our working conditions and demand guarantees from our employers.
In several countries, many unions are negotiating and have achieved clauses in their agreements to prevent workplace harassment and violence.
We are not far from this if we unite. Let's get organised. Let's rewrite history. Let's call on our governments to ratify C190
and make its content a reality in each and every one of our collective bargaining.